Good morning. Just wanted to update you about content that is now up, posted yesterday, which a lot of people noticed. Still continue on with completing your culminating that was posted for March break. No rush. But here we have under activity feed our Unit 2, Part 1. I'll just go through some of it with you now. And so, oh dear, come on. There, okay. So we're going to be learning about all the fun stuff that has to do with plate tectonics. If you remember that from grade 9, plate tectonics is the moving of the Earth's crust and what happens because of that. So just a refresher, today I would like you to at least get through watching this video and reviewing the terms. Don't even go on to previous knowledge further. So when we have this first video, it is talking about Pangaea. So hopefully you remember what Pangaea is. It is when all the world's continents were one large land mass. If anyone's a big fanatic about dinosaurs, you will know that from that as well. But over millions of years, the Earth's crust, because of the movement from the layers beneath it, the liquid layer moving and pushing these floating pieces on the surface, which is our continents, around, it has drifted and shaped itself into what we know today. And this video will go about the Earth's crust is still moving and the land masses will continue to change. Not in our lifetime. We don't feel the movement. The movement of the Earth's crust moves as fast as a fingernail grows. So it may move millimeters and we have absolutely no idea because it's so minuscule we can't feel it. So terms to remember. Crust. These are the layers of the Earth that we're doing right now. So crust, the outer layer, what we sit on now as land masses. The core, the very center of the Earth. The mantle, that is, so the core can be split, if you remember correctly, into inner and outer. But for the sake of this course, we don't need to be that detailed. It's just the core. The mantle, and specifically here we have convection. So think of it as the heat in an oven or in a boiling pot. You have heat rises, gets to the top, cools, and drops back down to the center. And that is that force from the liquid in the mantle being, millions of degrees hot, pushes the crust on the top. Now we have the spheres, lithosphere and asthenosphere. Those, again, not quite as important, but good to remember. Convergent movement. Now we're getting into the actual types of ways that our crust that floats on top moves. So convergent, to converge, to come together. So that's where two plates move towards each other. Divergent means away or different. So it's when the crusts move apart. And we've got free-flowing mantle coming up. Transform is where you have two plates rubbing against each other and they'll catch like on an edge and then it'll rip past each other. We've got subduction zone. So when we have convergent plates, they have two options. They're both really strong and they fold up, or one is stronger than the other and the weaker one slips down below. Still enough force that it kind of bends the plate on top of it, but not enough to fold them both up. And this one goes down, gets melted back into the core, and becomes part of that mantle cycle. And then tectonic plates are just the floating pieces of crust that are under each continent, as well as under bodies of water. So that's your refresher course on these terms. Click through the activity and enjoy that. I get a thrill out of the stuff. It's going to be exciting because here we're looking at what are some of the natural disasters that come from this process. So we've got things like earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and tsunamis, which are a side effect of certain types of earthquakes. So that's exciting. I mean, it's not if you're living through it and you live in the wrong area of the world. But living here in Ontario, we are relatively safe. We've had a few earthquakes here and there. There was a fault line near Ottawa. That is probably our most active one, but I find it very interesting to do all this stuff. So keep plugging away at your Unit 1 piece that will go towards your final culminating, and then just watch a video and refresh yourself on some of these terms. I'll go through this activity step by step. There is more after this, as you can see. So I'll go through that day by day, and you feel free to read it on your own time as well, but I will try and break it down more in video format like this to make it more personal, and hopefully we can all stay on track together. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.